called a blessing.
A blessing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the blessing, man.
All right, what you want to know?
The co-main event. The co-main event on Showtime. That was the Angelo Leo card, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And who was your opponent again? Who was he?
Marcus Bates.
Marcus Bates. Yeah, Marcus Bates. And you pretty much dominated him. Talk about the game plan and why did it look so easy from TV? We'll start with Bobby.
Well, my game plan is always the same. At Noble Art Training, I have all my students and fighters just work off the jab. The jab is the most important punch, but some people use it too defensively and they forget. I mean, not too defensively, too offensively, but it's also defense too. So I just had him work off the jab because that was going to be the same plan for the original opponent for
he moved up.
Yeah, Williams. So that was just the main game plan right there. Work off the jab and then slowly inch your way in to get to the body because you don't want to throw body punches from too far out. So that was the plan.
Okay. And Aleem, how did you foresee the game plan and when did you realize in the fight like, oh shit, I got this shit well under control?
I mean, to be honest, he's a top fighter, and although I wanted to stop him, I just had to be cautious the whole time. I didn't want to just go out there and just swing like crazy trying to knock him out. I want to be cautious because he can still hit. But like Bobby said, he told the game plan was to work off my jab and keep him in front of me. And as time went on, I knew he was wearing down. Like I trained myself, my body cardio wise to be able to go to 12. So when he started to fade, I was still catching my second win.
Now 122 is kind of like, it's not hot yet, but once one of y'all fight one of the top opponents, it might get white hot, man. Who would y'all want to face next? I know you ranked second in the WBA. Who would you want? And I couldn't pronounce the guy's name. That's
Akmadalia.
We want Akmadalia. He's got the super belt. He beat a true world champion in Daniel Roman, but he has not defended his title yet. He has 2 of the belts in my weight class. That's who we want. We want that shot.
And he's on the zone, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on the zone.
Yeah.
And you guys are with Al Heyman, if I'm not mistaken.
Al Heyman is he's involved in everything. Marshall Kaufman, he's my promoter. Al Heyman, he's involved. So we're talking a lot of business. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes and stuff. So big things are definitely coming.
And Bobby, how did you assess like doing business with Showtime and stuff like that, man? Honestly, it felt good seeing you on TV, dog. Like for real, it felt great seeing you on TV, dog.
I gotta pull out my nerd card. Being on TV and being around, big productions like that is normal for me because I went to a magnet school out here in Las Vegas. So I was the assistant for the robotics team. So I was just at home, I mean, but the thing that made my stomach really drop, because this was my second fight with Raeese. But the thing that made my stomach really drop was now it's no headgear, there's no shirts. They got your social security number. It's for real. It was for real. So that's the only thing that was kind of like, oh wow, like this is for real. This is for real.
It's a different speed.
It's
different. It's different.
Different.
How was it? How was the protocol being in the bubble and the COVID testing?
Horrible. I lost weight. My temperature dropped to like 95 degrees. It was all bad, bro. It was all bad, bro.
Well, I mean, fighters, we're creatures of habit. You know what I'm saying? Like you have your routine, to the day of the fight, what you're used to, what you do, how you do it. Being in the bubble, all that changes. You have to adapt. You're eating at a different time. You're not even eating what you usually eat. You're not sleeping at the same time. It's just, it's a little different, but you got to be able to adapt.
Yeah, that adapting was for reals because I didn't even know until I talked to some of the older coaches that if you came with your group, y'all could have went with you could have went into each other's rooms. So some people was training and I had never got with Raeese. Like, we never got to really train until it was our designated time to train in the room. But one day, he got me hyped as a trainer because his room was right next to mine. All I heard was, I'm like, oh yeah, he working. Had I known, yeah, had I known we could have been training, we would have been even sharper.
Wow.
Yeah.
And talk about Thursday, because typically if in terms of the day before the weigh-in,
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many pounds you had to lose. How many pounds you had to lose the day before? Can I ask?
For me, it was like I had to lose like 2 pounds. Like cutting weight for this fight. I mentally I knew it'd have to be different because we left way earlier, So I had to make sure my weight was good. Like I had to lose like 2 pounds, but I did it like no problem.
Now, how was the workouts in the bubble? So they give you an hour to work out or 2 hours? Explain.
It was so weak because, well, first of all, it's like, see, I'm from Vegas. Our resorts are resorts. I mean, that was a nice resort, don't get me wrong, but the gym was like the same size as my room type thing.
It was small. It was, kind of claustrophobic. Like,
yeah. So
I mean, it was hard, but we managed. Like, we hit the mitts. There wasn't a bad, hopped on the treadmill a little bit, hopped on the elliptical a little bit. I wasn't able to get a real boxing workout in, but it was enough just to, keep you busy and keep you a little bit loose and stuff.
No heavy bag?
No
heavy bag. No sauna, no steam room, no hot tub, none of that.
The pool is empty.
And so that brings highlight to like David Benavidez. So you can honestly understand what David Benavidez was going through, right?
Happen to lose that little bit, like if you got a half a pound to lose, it's like, or even a pound or whatever, you got to make sure you're on top of it. And going through that experience, it's like, okay, I know what to expect next time around, but not going through that experience, you don't really know. Like, you got to be on top of it, because that can cost you the title.
Yes.
How did y'all celebrate the victory?
I went to Johnny Rockets.
Everybody went to Johnny Rockets. That Rolly went there too, right?
Yeah. I went to Johnny Rockets. We had to catch the flight like real early, so I think we pulled an all-nighter.
We did.
Yeah, we pulled an all-nighter and just had to catch that flight.
Who did you use for sparring for this fight? Because I know it's a lot of action in Vegas.
You sure you want to talk about
I was actually in camp with Aleem-Leo.
Are you serious?
So I was helping him prepare for Fulton, and I was preparing for Tremaine or whatever. At the end of the day, it's business. A champions grind. And it was already understood. Like we can potentially fight each other one day, but we'll both be world champs when we do it. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's business.
How many rounds y'all do?
Shit, we did 12 rounds, 10 rounds, 8 rounds, 6 rounds. So.
Started from 4.
We was all over with it.
So you know him very well at this point.
Oh yeah.
Same vice versa. He earned my respect in camp. I'm sure I earned his respect and his team's respect. We true champions just out here grinding, trying to get it. It's hard to get consistent good work anywhere. You get the better of somebody and beat them up. Where they at? They say they'll come back tomorrow or the next day, and you're in camp and they don't show up. It's hard. So to get that good, consistent work is it's great.
Yeah, and how is a training camp in Vegas? Because I hear that it's like easier to lose weight. You're from Michigan?
Yeah, I'm from Michigan.
Would you say it's easier to lose weight in Vegas as opposed to?
I mean, with the weather and all, yes, but hey, I'm a little fat kid at heart. I eat a lot. So it just it depends, it's a mentality. Luckily I got Bobby, a good trainer keeping me on track, so that makes it easier because I got Bobby in my corner. So
and speaking of that, why did you choose Bobby? Seem like he's young in the face, like you got so many more experienced trainers in Vegas. No, I'm being 100. Like why would you go to
every great trainer had to start somewhere. You know, everybody needs that opportunity. But you know, when I first moved to Vegas, I actually met Bobby at the gym. You know, like we would just hit the mitts here and there, but I was working with another trainer. But ever since I touched down to Vegas, Bobby's always been cool people. He always had my back when I needed him, or this and that. You know, so then it just came up like, shit, what's up? Like, you know, we kind of talked. It was like, yeah, let's do this. You know, you can be my trainer and this, that, whatever. We have good chemistry. You know, it's like, it's not a dictatorship. He tells me what he wants. I give him feedback. We adjust. We do what we do, and we handle business.
And when you saw the vessel, Bobby, what did you see that was great, and what did you see like, hey, I can help you be great in these areas, if you don't mind?
Okay, so you know everybody knows I didn't box myself. Well, I didn't get to compete because of health issues and stuff like that. So when I saw him, we both come from traditional martial arts. He came from karate, and I came from Muay Thai. So we both know how to kick and all. So I saw his feet was going a lot. His feet was very fast, but not boxing fast. His in and out movement was very fast. And the way I teach is the way I used to fight. I'm pretty much a textbook style boxer, heavy handed. I can plant, but I can move too. So those are the tools I think that helped him most because I'm not going to say he's pure athleticism because he knows how to box as well. But I think my textbook teachings is what's making him better as a fighter now because he already has the attributes. He has the speed. He has snap because there's two types of power. It's snapping, it's snappers, and it's stutters. Actually, there's three. It's snappers, stutters, and KO punchers. So with all that said, it just was a matter of slowing down his feet and then, sharpening up some fundamentals because we get used to doing our habits when we're winning. But when times get hard, the only thing you can rely on is just pure, blatant fundamentals. So that's why I went to him. And I think that's why he approached me too.
And it seemed like watching you, it was like, dude, you're going to be a champion one day.
Yeah.
For real. Like if you don't turn into that little fat kid that you're speaking of, you're going to be a champion one day, dog. I was watching you. I said, dude, I like your chances against any one of those champions.
I mean, that's the goal, I ultimately believe in myself, that's why I never stopped, like there's been a lot of ups and downs, but there's been a lot more downs than there's been ups. Like technically, I'm not even supposed to be boxing right now. I went 2 years without a fight at 2 different times in my career, but I never stopped. I never got away from the gym. I never gave up on myself and just decided to quote unquote get a real job, is what I've heard some people say about this and that. Somebody said they don't want to hear my sob story, so I stopped telling it. But I stayed true to myself. I never gave up, and that's how I got to where I'm at now, 17-0 with 11 knockouts, with the world title shot on the horizon. It's coming. I know it's coming. Everything is coming together. I just gotta literally keep doing what I'm doing.
And what is that story?
That story is being from a small town, Muskegon, Michigan, not having eyes on me, never having the opportunity fall into my lap. I had to scratch and claw for everything I've gotten. Like I earned it. I signed with a big time manager, thought that my career was going to take off. But before that, I was 3-0 with 2 knockouts, and I fought an undefeated fighter on the Adrian Broner card on HBO. After that, nobody would fight me. Signed with a big time manager, thought my career was taking off. Had a few fights, and then boom, it went stagnant for like 2 years. I don't know why. I was in the gym training. I told my manager I wanted him to release me from my contract. He did. I decided to take the keys to my life and my career, and I moved to Vegas. No family, no friends, no support system. I did it solely for boxing, to pursue boxing. So I moved out here. I was all about business, hit the ground running. Like it's Sin City. You can turn up any day of the week, but I was all about business. Didn't get caught up in this and that. Was training myself and end up having a fight against the undefeated fighter, 8-0 with 7 knockouts. That's a dangerous fight when you're undefeated and you haven't fought in 2.5 years. You're fighting a guy undefeated fighter who just came off a knockout win. He's the draw. I won that fight, dominated. And just that was the domino effect. Everything started clicking. Eventually met Bobby. Things continued to click, and that's how I got here. I never stopped grinding.
What gym did you start out there?
The first gym I came to, it was Barry's boxing gym. That's where I met Bobby at. It was Barry's boxing gym. I was starting to work with Augie Sanchez a little bit, but he was kind of tied up with the Olympic team. So it was like kind of shared time, and then he'd have to go, and that didn't really work out because I wanted to fight. And we were in talks with Top Rank and Victory and Roy Jones, but everybody was dragging their feet. So I'm like, I need to fight. So we ended up talking to Marshall Kaufman and King's Promotion, and that's where I got the opportunity to fight that undefeated fighter, which was Marcus Bates. And yeah.
And Bobby, hey, feel free to call in if you guys want to call in. And what champion would you want? Who would you want to fight? Yes.
We don't get into boxing to play it safe. And, it's the time in your life where you got to make the hardest decisions, which are the biggest decisions. So I want Akhmadaliev. That's who I want. That's who I want, because not only is he unified, well, actually, that is the main reason. He's unified. He's unified champion. And as far as the WBA, he has the belt that matters, that people, respect. And that's the super belt. So that's who I want. That's who I would like to fight.
Have y'all had any discussions?
Not far. Not this far.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nah, we put it out there. That's what we want. We hoping for some. We tried to fight Brandon Figueroa, but from what I heard, they said they want an easier fight. So
yeah, he's the untouchable kid. That's the heartbreak kid, man. Brandon Figueroa, in my humble opinion, is gonna be the next Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, this boxing game is a little sticky because like he said, we were sparring Aleem-Leo, and that's too close to home. I mean, business is business, and we have to fight him, but we have experience with him. A lot of rounds. We started at 4 rounds, ended at 12 over a month. A month and a half, and it's like, man, come on, man. Some of these guys, like, we got to all fight. We got to all fight, but business is business. So it is what it is.
Is there anyone at 22 you absolutely don't like, Aleem?
Anybody at 22 that I don't like, that I don't want to fight?
No, that you don't like, that you do want to fight. Like they just annoy you.
Not really. It's like the champions who are champions, a lot of them have been world champs for a minute.
Yeah.
It's time for somebody to be thrown by a hungry lion, but somebody that I dislike right now, like, not really, shit.
How about Schoolboy Steph? What's your impression of his skill set? Because you had to play him in camp, and a little bit.
Right. With him, it's like, you take away his jab, I think he's an average fighter. He holds a lot. He hasn't fought a real dog. I don't know how good his chin really is. The difference between me and Leo is I can actually hit. Leo's got some pop, but I can hit. I project him beating Fulton. I think he's a good fighter, but you take away his jab, I think he's more average.
Wow, you got Angelo beating Steve Schoolboy Steph. I have it the other way.
It's the style. You have to understand the style. He's not gonna be able to box him for 12 full rounds because Angelo's style is getting right there on your chest, and Fulton wants to hold you. I mean, well, he don't want to, but he's going to. So he's gonna let you work on the inside. It's the wrong style. You can't do that against that type of fighter. You got to be able to do something else. Fulton isn't real slippery. He doesn't roll and step and pivot a lot. He doesn't do it enough. So he's gonna let him be right there on his chest to fight his fight.
Yeah, he's had his mental is what we say has been tested. He's fought 7, 8 undefeated fighters or something crazy like that. Insane. You know what I mean? Ajun the Great says, what fighters would you most compare yourself to?
I wouldn't say I'm conventional, but I'm not an awkward fighter, but I can get awkward, because the conventional fighter is more easier to figure out. I'm more of a cardio type fighter. Like, I don't know who I would compare my my boxing style to. I like to be diverse. I can fight left, right, inside, uh, southpaw. I don't know.
Bobby?
I think he's more. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's one fighter, but he reminds me a little bit of Sugar Ray Leonard as far as the combination, the blistering flurries. You know, the in and out, the blistering flurries, because that's what Sugar Ray did to a T. You know, he'd throw 4 punches, step out, come back in with a big punch, and get back out, and that's what Raeese does a lot. But that's one emulation I see personally.
Yeah, I watched. Like, how did a big time promoter miss out on you or manager miss out on you? I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that at all. It made no sense to me watching you on TV.
I feel like being from a small town, being from a small town in Muskegon, Michigan, without having eyes on me, you know, it'd be different if I was from. It'd be a little bit different if I was from Detroit. I'm not even from Detroit. I'm from like 3-4 hours from Detroit. You know, so it's just like coming from somewhere nobody's really heard of, never had a champion. You know, I'm not some loudmouth, cocky person. I'm a black belt in karate that taught me how to be humble. You know, so it's just the hand I was dealt.
So would you say that after box you're gonna go over to the UFC?
You know,
and you don't have to change trainers.
Right. Yeah, that's funny. Right. You know, that'd be fun. I'd love to compete in the UFC to fight a high ranking fighter. You know, like I'm a competitor. I love to compete, you know, and I'm a black belt in karate. I'd have to learn that ground game. But that'd be fun. You know, if we can make a big fight in the UFC happen, 100%. I'd be for it.
Now, getting back to boxing, how high do you see yourself going up?
In weight or just in general?
Yeah, in weight classes like 26, 30.
Well, my short-term goal is to win the world title at 122 and to defend the world title at 22. Then move up to 26 or 30 to see, you know, what fight we can make happen at either of those weight classes. And then yeah, where I want to end my career at is I would like to end it at 140. You know, I miss lifting, like actually lifting weights. You know, I would like to, but height wise and bodily wise, you know, I'd have to get bigger to be able to make that happen. So
130,
35, 40, I'd like to end my career
at. You said 130, Bobby? You like 130 for him?
Yeah, I like to see him at 130 because his body type, his body structure. So I see 130.
Yeah, he's like I think you're gonna be a multiple weight world champion. I don't know if y'all watched the fight. You were the best fighter on that card. I only saw 2 fights.
Well, that's what I heard. My last 2 fights. That's what I heard about my last 2 fights. I actually sat down and watched it just recently for the first time, start to finish. You know, like when I fought in February, I made just a few mistakes. You know, I capitalized on it. I didn't make those same mistakes in this fight. You know, I made just a few mistakes that's easily fixable to my eyes. I just wasn't impressed. Like, I know I'm a better fighter than even that. And had I stopped him in 5 to 6 rounds like I really wanted to, then I'll probably be a little bit impressed. Like, I didn't go for the knockout. Like, you know, it's my first 12 rounder. I could have did a better job at cutting off the ring. But because it's 12 rounds, I didn't want to push it. I just wanted to stay in my flow and just keep doing what I'm doing. But going forward, you know, I want to stop the guy before 10 rounds.
Oh, this South Dre's finest. DMV on deck in the barbershop. You dig? What's up? Go ahead, Bob. Was you about to say something?
You know, that's another reason, you know, alluding back to what we said earlier, another reason I was drawn to him is because I'm not going to proclaim that I'm custom model or something, but I believe in entertaining fighters, and he presses the action. So, you know, once you solidify that jab, everything else is downhill. And he pressed. And I mean, I kind of, when we fought Bates, I saw how the fight was going. First of all, much respect to Bates because I respect any man that put the gloves on. But for the most part, he was real defensive. And I don't care who you are. When somebody is real defensive like that, it's hard to pry him open. I mean, unless you guys, we have our little tricks. We have our little Lomachenko tricks to open the guard up, hand traps and stuff like that. But when somebody is defensive like that, it's pretty hard. Then you don't want to open yourself up because when Bates was defensive like that, you can easily get yourself out of position, and he's already in a tight guard, already in a tight guard by blocking. And then if Raeese, 1 inch of misplacement, Raeese could have been hurt. So you got to be playing smart. But I like entertaining fighters, and I think that's why him go together so well because you don't get paid overtime. Don't trust these judges. Don't trust these judges, and don't trust these judges.
Yeah. Speaking of don't trust these judges, the following week, another Vegas fighter stepped in the ring at 135, and they said it was a controversial decision on his behalf. You want to talk about Rolly's fight?
Yeah, that Rolly fight. So sometimes I feel like it's politics. Who you got behind you? He's got TMT, Floyd Mayweather behind him, and this and that, and it's like, yo, I don't know.
Yeah, Bobby, you want to add to
bad
that?
for boxing. I don't know.
Rolly is a very solid puncher. He has a good coach, and he has a good team behind him. I just think that if he sets up that power more, he'd be a force to reckon with at 135. But I did have the other man winning. I had the other man winning.
Yeah, I had him winning pretty handily. Badu Jack tweeted Leonard Ellaby, man, can you get me those judges? Yeah, man, that's bad. Man, that was bad. I had him losing 8 rounds, so I don't know.
But at the end of the day, as a trainer, as a young trainer coming up, you got to understand one thing. We're in a sport with grown men. So no matter how hard or how much Rolly's coach is talking to him, he's going to do what he wants to do. He's going to, revert back to his instincts. And he's a power puncher.
Yeah, he's a dominant.
Yeah, so we can teach him. 1-2 steps and jab all day and step left, step right, jab, step. But he's always going to return back to what's true at his heart. He's a power puncher. Just like Raeese, his speed kills. I've slowed him down some, but he's always going to revert back to his speed and his reflexes. But that's just how that goes. But a lot of respect to Rolly though. Shout out to Rolly though.
Yeah. Has any other fighters reached out to you since they saw you on Showtime?
What, for sparring?
For training.
Oh, for training? No, I'm trying to get my followers up. So probably when I get my followers up, more people will reach out. But all my amateurs be blowing on my phone now. Like, come on, coach, let's train. Now they want to train every day. I'm like, bro, hold on. I still work a 9 to 5, bro. Hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you at Southwest. You training your employees. Yeah. You got them stepping.
Yeah, I keep everybody in shape. Yeah, keep them in shape. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Now you just was pretty casual. Aleem talking about, well, I just want to go to 122, then 126 or 130. Do you see much of a difference between jumping from 122 to 130?
The difference would be the power. For me to be able to move up there, I have to be able to hit. I have to be able to stop guys, and I have to be able to take the hits. I have a good chin. I've never been dropped. This and that, whatever. But I got to be able to take their power, and I got to be able to put the top guys down. I can do that. It's not a question of if I can compete. I know I can compete. I have all the skills, the heart to be able to do it, but the power would be the only question mark.
The power. And at 126, you have the 122 Mexican kid who just moved up, Navarrete.
Yeah.
Now, have you done any work with him or anything like that? Have you?
No, I haven't. Hey, I'd be open to it, but I haven't, gotten to camp with him or anything like that, or talked to a potential fight or anything like that. No.
And 130, probably the best fight at 130 is probably Burchell.
Shakur.
Shakur, he hasn't fought. Oh, he did take one fight at 130. He sure did his
Oh,
last
did he
fight.
fight at 30 already? I thought he had. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you think Shakur is the best guy at 130?
I can't think of who else right now. Shakur.
You got Shakur, Oscar Valdez,
Santa Cruz,
Frampton, the kid who just went to the hospital and won. They said he quit. Jamel Herring.
Oh yeah.
Jamel Herring and
Santa Cruz.
And Santa Cruz. Yeah, Santa Cruz and Tank. Santa Cruz and Tank. Yeah. How you like that?
Santa Cruz is a volume guy. He has length. So they're two styles.
I feel Tank has to go out there and knock him out. That's what I think. If he don't knock him out, I think Santa Cruz beats him on points.
Oh, you talking about Santa Cruz versus Tank?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking about like Raeese versus Tank. I mean versus Santa Cruz. I got Tank. I got Tank because once he gauges that distance, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. It's just about to get him past that distance. That's the only thing because Santa Cruz is lengthy. That's the only pro he has over Tank and that volume punching. So
right.
And you think it's gonna be? You said Santa Cruz. I forgot his name.
Leo Santa Cruz. I'll take Santa Cruz over Tank only because.
Really?
Wow. No. Look. If Tank doesn't knock him out, if Tank doesn't knock him out, Santa Cruz wins on points. But that's if you don't knock him out.
Really?
I like the underdog. You know, I like.
No, bro. Hey, you doing extra push-ups tomorrow, bro?
Hey, if you don't beat him on points, I mean, Santa Cruz isn't a big puncher, so he's got to throw volume. Can he take a hit? Yeah, but can he take Tank power? That's
and Tank hit harder than Frampton. Tank hit harder than Frampton, and Frampton staggered Santa Cruz.
Yeah. Hey, if you don't knock him out, Santa Cruz beats him on points.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. You should go down the street.
Go ahead.
I would say you should go down the street and get some rounds in.
I'd love to.
All you gotta do is go to Chinatown, knock on the door. They're gonna let you in.
Hopefully, you know. Hey, that'd be what's up.
Yeah, he needs some sparring partners. Now you definitely should go down there and see if you can get some work.
I'll see what's up. When they supposed to fight anyway? Is that October?
October 24th.
Yeah, 24th.
Hey, what's up, 323?
What up, Fredro? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. What you got?
Oh man, what's up, Coach? What's up, Champ? How y'all feeling?
What up with it?
Good.
Oh man, check this out. So, you know, for me, I think weight cut is probably the hardest part about fighting, other than having somebody not sign a contract and can't get a fight. What I was thinking about right now is, are you able, Aleem, to drop down and potentially face smaller fighters like Rigo and Inouye, or is that too much for you? And what's your walk around weight?
Man, I'd be cutting it close. You know, it'd be better to do a catch weight than to be at 18. 18 cutting down for me. That's 22 is probably the lightest I can cut. You know, I can make 21 practically no problem. I walk around probably 34. You know, like nothing too crazy. But that sometimes making weight is harder than the fight. You know, you got fighters passing out, you got fighters not making weight, but they're doing everything in their power to make weight. You know, we don't not make weight just because it's hard. Catch weight, yeah, but 118 flat, that means I got to come in at like 117.8.9. You know, I can't do that. That's killing myself too much.
Yeah, if to fight for a title though, you wouldn't fight Rigo or Inouye for a catch weight. It would have to be at that weight. So that's a bit much for you to cut. So what's your diet like when you're not in camp?
I actually like to try different diets, whether it's a pescatarian diet. I've done a vegetarian diet. You know, I like to just mix it up. I don't have just one solid diet. So it just depends. Like this fight coming up, I think I'm gonna do a salad diet. I'm only gonna eat salads, you know, salads with like, you know, different kind of meats in it, but just to mix it up. So, you know, keep things interesting.
I'm like, shit, if you go salad only with no protein at all.
Oh no. Hey, I'm a meat eater.
You
I gotta have that meat in
18.
it, just different kinds, But if it were for a title fight, if I had enough time and if I wanted bad enough, yeah, I could make it work. But it has to be legit, it has to be legit. And yeah, I can make it work. Rico, he's from Detroit. We used to spar a little bit back in the day, so he know me, I know him, but I don't think he would want to fight with me because I'd stop him. Inouye, I would love a fight with him, the monster. That'd be fun. I helped Nonito Donaire prepare for that fight.
Oh, did you?
So I would love that fight.
You got the skills, you got the personality to do it. Obviously profile. People always talking about resume now, and Inouye is ranked in the top 10 pound for pound for the past couple of years. I believe if you can go down and snatch up his belt, and even if you don't hold it and you vacate, that'll give you enough name recognition so that when you come back to your real weight class, granted, if these dudes are not scared of you or running, you'll be able to fight against the Brandon Figueroas and the Ray Vargases, and those dudes. What would it take for you to be able to get in the ring with Brandon Figueroa, Ray Vargas, and those dudes?
It would take them to agree to the fight.
Management and promotion and stuff like that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I got the pen. I'm ready to sign a contract. It's not on me, it's on them. Brandon Figueroa, he's the champ right now, but he has to agree to the fight. With Al Heyman being in the mix and having the type of clout he has, it's possible for him to be able to make those fights happen. But I'm ready. I want the big fights right now. I got the pen. We're not ducking and dodging nobody. The Monster, Rico, Brandon Figueroa, anybody from 18, 22, 26. What's up? I want to be the best.
What's up?
Okay, so there's a guy who fights at 147. He was a unified champion at 140 before. He moved up. He's ranked somewhere between 1 and 3 in the pound for pound rankings. Recently, he said he wouldn't fight a guy that he knew, I don't know, maybe like in the 3rd grade or something. They met one time, but he said he was a good friend of his and he wouldn't fight him. Is there anybody that you are best friends with? I'm doing air quotes right now. Is there anybody in the boxing game that you're best friends with that you won't fight?
No. I'm cool with, some fighters and whatnot, but if it came down to business, if we both were making money, if there was a title on the line, I mean, hey, like it's business, hey, we can be better friends after the fight. You know what I'm saying? But no, when it comes down to making money, hey, we both get paid. We both, get more recognition than what we got. There's a title on the line. We're fighting for something, not just to fight. Nah, that wouldn't matter.
Okay. Now, real quick, so I want you to rank these guys in order. So Gary Russell Jr., Shakur Stevenson, Leo Santa Cruz, and Josh Warrington. For those guys, how would you rank them?
Josh
1 through 4?
Warrington. I was saying Sam Eggington. Yeah.
I'd rank Stevenson number 1. I'd probably pick Gary Russell over Santa Cruz.
Smart.
What was the other 2?
Josh Warrington.
Josh Warrington and who else?
That's it. Because you said Shakur number 1, Gary number 2, and then Leo, and then obviously Josh Warrington.
Okay, yeah.
Would be last. All right. So with that being said, I mean that's in terms of skill. So we all know, we heard the saying forever that styles make fights. So which one of those is the toughest style matchup for you?
That'd be Stevenson. Because I've never had a problem with southpaws, but southpaw, everything with southpaw is backwards, but it's the style. Fast on his feet, fast hands, but an amazing boxing IQ, with power, like sharpness. So, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So, Gary Russell, yeah, he has fast hands. He's kind of slower of feet. He's not real slippery. He's right there still to be hit. It'd be Stevenson.
Okay. Now, the last two non-boxing questions, and I'm gonna let Fredro get back to it. Who the hottest two chicks in the game right now?
Oh man, the hottest two chicks. I don't even know. To be honest, I really don't know.
Man, be sitting there next to you.
I gotta keep it real. Hey, I don't know. Like,
Right,
I mean,
getting out of the elevator.
Yeah, the last thing is you said you'll try different diets. I think there's a plant-based diet that might really work for you, and it'll help you with performance and all of that. And that might be able to help you to get down to 118, where I would like to see you at for 2 or 3 fights, and like to see you beat up on the Japanese champion, and you can move back up.
I mean, hey, I would definitely take that into consideration. If we can make that fight happen, and if I got enough time, hey, I'll make it work. I just I gotta have the time, at least 90 days.
Right on. Okay. All right, man. Like we always tell people, right now, while you're still on the come up, man, you come and visit us, but don't get too big for your britches and not visit the barbershop once you become a champion.
You're gonna be a world champion.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely be back.
You're gonna be a world champion one day for sure. I have no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You're gonna be a world champion.
Thank you.
You can't wait, huh? It's burning you, right? It's burning you.
I mean, it's been a long time coming, but it's coming. So shit.
Right on, champ. Well, we appreciate it, man. I'm gonna fall back and jump in the chat. Let some of the brothers get at you for a minute, but good luck to you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, coach.
Respect.
All right, Bobby, and we'll start this with you. Shakur Stevenson versus Gary Russell.
I seen Shakur this week.
I mean, I'm sorry. I said Shakur. I mean Gary Russell versus Devin Haney. I apologize.
See, here's the thing, man, and I'm gonna be non-biased, and I ain't gonna be, scared with what I'm saying because I don't hurt nobody's feelings. It goes back to the physiques. Yes, Gary has more experience. He's more stocky, but he's shorter. Devin is taller and longer, and Devin's in and out movement is pretty good. Because the one thing I see with Gary is his stance is a little wide. So when your stance is a little wide like that, it's kind of hard to get off more than one punch, and it also makes your punches shorter when you're already the shorter fighter. So it's going to be Gary's experience versus Devin's youth and range. To me, it's going to be who can make their attributes work best and to dominate. So that's a toss up to me.
And that was a great job at reading everyone's autobiography. That was awesome. You didn't pick a winner though.
I mean, if I had to pick a winner, I'm gonna go with Devin because Devin has a little bit more activity. Gary only fights once a year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the size, the range advantage. Because I don't think the weight is a problem. Because Gary is a stocky dude. I think he just cuts down a lot, but he's stocky, so I'm not really. The weight is not a problem. It's just the height and the range.
Okay.
To me. So I'm gonna pick Devin.
Aleem.
I mean, although Gary Russell has them T-Rex arms, they're fast. Haney. Haney's a good fighter. I actually wanted to spar him a few times, but it just never really worked out. Hey, like I said, I like rocking with the underdog. I want to see Gary take it. I'm not sure if he will, but I kind of want to see Gary Russell get the win. And then what happens after that type of thing with the rematch and stuff. But I want to see Gary get the win.
Bobby, you perked up.
Man, you can't do that. You can't do. Gary has world class. When I think of world class hand speed in boxing, as of like my age group, my generation, it's Gary Russell, Amir Khan, and I'm talking like blatant just hand speed. So I can't denounce his hand speed. It's just about getting in. Devin is longer.
Yeah, Rashid.
Right, and I think Devin hits harder because Gary's going up 2 weight classes.
Yeah,
26, 30, 35.
That was one.
26 to 35.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was at 130.
So
no,
I
he's
mean,
26. He's a champion.
and that's what I was talking about for me moving up. You got to be able to put the top guys down. Will he be able to knock Haney out? No, I don't think he has that kind of power. And will he be able to take Haney's power at that weight? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's the same thing with me moving up. Will I be able to take those hits? Will I be able to put those guys down? Haney's kind of a big puncher, so like, I'd like to see Gary get the win, but it's gonna be a good fight.
I mean, what I'm saying is, when I'm saying range, you got to look at this from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, but Devin's not gonna go out there and box him the whole time. I don't think. I think
he's not. But you got to look at who's going to be harder for to throw their punches. Gary is shorter, and Starkey with shorter arms, so that means his better punches is going to be circular punches, which are uppercuts.
He's gonna be playing the waiting game.
That's what I'm saying. And then Devin is taller and longer, so his go-to punch is going to be straight punches. Straight punches get there before circular punches. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
636. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Salute to the guests in the panel.
Right, how you feel? What's up, all around strong?
You know how I feel. 55 sitting on 55 mil, as we all should feel.
Facts.
But once again, salute to you kings.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're talking to me. I appreciate that if you're talking to me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you too.
Because you said kings. It's two on there. So you said you probably should have pluralized. You said it's singular.
No, you didn't hear me. I talk with a list, but I said king.
Okay. Well, if you know you talk with a list, nigga, enunciate.
Right, man. Look. You had your do-rag on.
I did. I was trying to hide this landing strip a little bit. Man, what's up, man? What you got?
Oh, I was just calling up, chop it up with the guests.
Yeah, take your time with it.
Yeah. Well, once again, congratulations to y'all both.
Thank you.
I was thinking, first question I had just inquiring and what is, I mean, at the age of 30, what is kind of like more important to you as far as your career is going now? Securing a title or securing a bag, and whatever the bag is, you don't gotta say a specific dollar amount, but what would be, a good payout fight for you, or is that a goal in mind of yours, or you just really looking for the, grab the straps?
For me, being at the age of 30, what's most important for me is winning the world title. Floyd, I'm taking a page out of Floyd's book. When you win, the money's gonna come, but you gotta win. So if you want to say that you're the best, if you want to leave some type of legacy, you have to become a world champion first. Doesn't matter who you beat and this and that. Yeah, you can be good, but you got to be a world champion. And then you also have to defend that title to solidify the fact that you are a true world champion. So that is my first goal. And then once I do that, it's all about the bag. You know what I'm saying? So if I can move up to 26 or 30 to make a big fight happen, big payday, this and that, another title fight, cool, I'll do that. There's not a dollar amount in mind at this moment, but I have to get there, and I will get there.
Oh yeah, I have confidence in you as well. Just that 130 division, 135, at least as at the moment we speak, it's pretty loaded, as we all know. I wanted to address the question Fred asked you about Gary Russell and Debbie Haney if the fight goes on. And hold on one second. Yeah, Sunday, because you get ducked a lot. Hold on, this phone's fucking up. You gonna have to look like you're getting ducked.
Hey, Uncle Tone.
Yeah, that'll be Sunday. But do you think Devin will be able to handle the pressure from Gary Russell? Because I believe Gary Russell gonna bring a lot of dog to that fight. And with Devin's inexperience, and Mr. Haney is probably, Trill Bill's probably listening to this, is probably preparing him for it. But I think if I see how that fight plays out, Mr. Gary Russell will be consistent with the pressure. I'll be shocked if he didn't, unless he have a health ailment or whatever the case. But I'll be shocked if he didn't apply that experienced pressure as you've been seeing over the years, where an experienced guy fighting an inexperienced guy, and the pressure made all the difference. Yes, Devin does has a lot of attributes. He has the physicalities. And he's a true talent for the age of 21. But he's under the big lights. It's a lot he hasn't seen. Mr. Gary Russell is swearing by his word. He sees something in him, as he's been on record to say. So, I mean, would you agree with that? I mean, y'all still going to pick who you're going to pick, but do you see the fight playing out that way?
I don't see Gary coming out and pressure him in the beginning. I think in the beginning he's gonna do a little bit of the waiting game and try to catch him coming in. I think Haney's gonna be a little bit excited. Yeah, he wants to knock him out, so he's gonna be coming at him. I don't picture Haney going out there and just straight up boxing him. So I think that Gary's gonna take his time and lay back, and then as the rounds go on, he's gonna try to pressure him. But, again, the power is going to play a big role into that. Once he starts feeling Haney's power, he might not want to put any pressure on him. He might not be able to, so, yeah, I still want Gary to pull it out just because, he's an underdog, kind of rocking with the underdog. Want to see what's up, what can happen if they, a possible rematch or whatever. But yeah, I think he lays back and then he pressures him. Gets the win.
But you speaking on Devin's power, you feel that Mr. Gary Russell's chin will be susceptible to his power? You feel like he I don't think Devin is in his man strength yet to where he could crack, to where it would make that much of a difference, unless it's one of those, unseen, those flash punches, kind of like what Charlo caught Lubin with. In that instance, yeah, you probably could crack Mr. Russell. But other than that, I don't see his punches. I see Mr. Gary Russell walking through a lot of this stuff once he fill him out.
Well, the reason I said the thing about the power is because he's coming up from 2 weight classes hitting with the small gloves, so it's different. It's you can take the pops at 26, you can take them at 30, you move up to 35, and that pop might make you take 2 steps back. Over the course of 12 rounds, it might put you down, but it depends on how strong his chin is. He's a world champion, true champion. He takes the power, and if he's able to walk through his punches, then he's gonna have a easy night.
Well, yes, Devin is 135. He's still green. He's a 21-year-old 35. And once again,
he'll be 22 by the fight, though, I think. I'm fucking.
I didn't hear you, Fred. Go ahead.
I said he'll be 22 by the fight.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, what you got, Fred? Go ahead and shout in. I need to get off the phone so you can respond.
I've been waiting on you to get off the phone since you called in. Shout out to John Page, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat, man. In the red, $100, Hondo. Yeah, I think honestly, as I think I have it 116, 112 split decision. I would say Gary Russell. You know what I mean? Right now, I think I actually told Gary that yesterday. I actually told Bill that yesterday, and he got mad at me. Like for real. Like I think Gary's bringing 2 pit bulls with him to the ring. You know what I mean? You ever seen that?
How does the fight go down though? What does he come out and do?
How's it play out?
Yeah,
I think for real. Devin has only, based off his level of competition, not who he is, because he hasn't had to show that. He's only swum in a 6-foot pool. You understand what I'm saying? He
Yeah, I get
hasn't
it.
gone to the deep end, and his dad ain't went in the house and let him swim by himself yet. You get what I'm saying?
No, I
So
get it. 100.
yeah, so I think that Gary Russell is, you know, he may have like those veteran tactics.
That's what I was saying.
Will Devin Haney look at the ref? Will he look at the ref and be like, or will he say, "Fuck you, nigga, I'm about to elbow you right back"? I don't know these things.
I hate
don't
fighters
know.
who look at the ref. I hate
Yeah.
I hate fighters who do that. Just do it right back to the fighter. Like,
I honestly don't know. I appreciate you, Batman. I honestly don't. I have no flipping idea. I don't. And if he brings that dog, both of these fighters may get knocked down. You understand what I'm saying?
If he bring that dog, who you referring to?
If Devin Haney brings that dog, remember, we ain't seen Devin Haney be a dog yet. We've seen Devin Haney fight with distance and land his right hand. You know, he hasn't really had to.
I made that point. He's still green. Well, you know,
I'm not saying he's green now. I'm not saying he's green because he has something. I forget how many fights he has. He is a world champion. You can't be green as a world champion, man. You could be young as a world champion. But
when I say green, as in fighting that experience level that Mr. Gary Russell was bringing to him. That's what I meant.
Yeah, it's, you know, I just think it's a hell of a fight, man. Contrast. It's gonna be the lead up, the build up is gonna be phenomenal. It's a tight fight. It's a real tight fight because you got to take into account Gary Russell can say, you know what? Even if I can't get through, I can annoy him because I know I can land. I can throw. I didn't say land. I can throw 4 punches to his 1. So I can just confuse him, roll out. I don't care. I don't care where he catches the punches at. You know what I mean? And every time he throws a punch, it's gonna blind him because he got to catch it. He got to parry it. You know, he got to slip it. You know,
has Devin fought a true southpaw yet?
Devin really, honestly, to rate his opposition for real, B-. That African kid he fought was good, and he's gonna be good. I forget the guy's name. Tone Brown knows everybody's name.
And that brings it all the way up to a B-.
B. You know, I think that was his best opponent. I really think that was his best opponent, and he looked phenomenal.
What about Gary?
You ranking the whole resume though?
No, his best. He said, has he faced someone like that? And I said, I don't know if he's faced a Gary Russell, but I think the most tooled fighter he's ever faced was the African kid, and I think he's good. I think the African kid is either going to be a high level journeyman or like the champion after the champions leave the weight class. He's one of them type of guys.
No.
And as far as the time off thing, when was the last time Devin fought?
Oh, last year this time, November 9th. I remember exactly because I watched this fight on the 20th.
Kind of like even kill in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that, once again, that's just my opinion, but I wouldn't be
right.
taking my head on that.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's a compelling fight. It's a great storyline. You know what I mean? It's a great storyline. Man,
yeah. The experience will prevail, or it'd be a changing of the guard. One of the two. Only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
But if Champ Side is in here, I was on his live earlier, and I mentioned to him about the duck party, and he said, "Well, you know, don't dismiss it yet. You know, nobody said they're not going to fight. The duck party is not for Mr. Gary Russell or Devin Haney. The duck party is for Canelo and Triple G."
Oh, we gonna change it now. We gonna change it. Okay. No, okay, and we'll talk about that when they get off.
Okay, yeah. I'll just in case he's listening because he was.
Oh, they listening. They listening for sure.
Yeah.
That man
the duck party, you know, but
this nigga got no. He got no family, so he just comes in and just rambles and shit. He got no family, you know. He just comes in, you know. He walks around St. Louis, you know, just saying hi to everybody.
Fred, look out your back window.
No, don't have me go in my drawer. Don't have me go in my drawer. You already know. You already know I get what I got in my drawer. So cut it out.
Hey, y'all at the panel, do y'all hear this? Listen. Y'all heard that? He ain't gonna answer that door.
I don't answer no doors. I never answer a
Exactly.
door. Never. Mm-mm.
But anyway, I got something off the fridge. I'm headed back
All
out.
right, thank God.
All right, salute
Appreciate
to
you.
the chat. Salute to the chat and salute to you, Kings, and good luck on your journey. Yes, always come back to the barbershop.
Yeah, please come back for sure. Please come back, man. And we'll run through some fights before we get out of here. The Charlos are fighting. Who y'all got in the Charlos?
I'm Charlo fans. I like the Charlos. I hope they both win it.
Mm-hmm.
Lions only, baby. Lions only.
Okay, you got the Charlos too. Man, that's a tough go for the parents, man. That's a tough go for the parents.
They both have tough fights. Gavrinchenko, his footwork is not even his footwork, his inside work is astronomical. Rosario, his patience is very good. But I still got both Charlos winning.
And we already did Tank. How about Teofimo? Teofimo versus
I don't think he goes out there and locks Lomo out. I'm a Lomachenko fan. I see Lomo winning it. I don't think Lomo knocks him out either, though. I think they actually go the distance, but I see Lomachenko winning.
And you, Bob?
Same. I got Lomachenko winning, but
Lomachenko.
It's a big but. On Lomachenko's side, I'm gonna give him the experience and the skill set. But on Teofimo's side, that power, that great equalizer. If he can land that great equalizer,
I think Lomachenko is going to be a lot harder to hit than what Teo thinks. I think it's going to frustrate him, and not having as much experience, throughout the course of 12 rounds, I think that's going to play in Lomachenko's favor.
I respect that.
I've seen that with my own eyes too. I was at the Jamaican. He fought the Jamaican.
Yeah,
I was there. He ain't fought
Rigondeaux.
No, not Rigondeaux.
Oh no, the dude with the braids. Yeah,
the Hammer, whatever his name is. Thor. What was his nickname?
Walters. Nicholas Walters.
Nicholas
Walters. Yeah, dude with the braids.
What's his nickname? The Sledgehammer? With the hammer?
Axeman.
Axeman. I know it's something you do this with. Yeah. Let's go back. September 19th. Terrell Goucher versus Erickson Lubin.
Goucher is a boxer. I don't know the pick for that one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a toss up for me. I don't really have a dog in that fight. That's really
okay.
But Lubin, he got the hammers. He got what do you call the hammers? Sledgehammer and jackhammer. So if he can get one of them to land, it's a wrap.
Yeah. And last but not least, Danny Garcia, Earl Spence.
Hey, hold on. I'm an EJ fan, bro. I'm an EJ fan. Don't maybe go in the closet. I'm an EJ fan.
I'm going with Earl Spence. I mean, Danny Garcia, I feel like he kind of fell off a little bit. Although he's still a great fighter, I don't see him beating Earl Spence. I don't think, although Earl had that car accident, there was no bad injuries, he knows what type of fighter he is. He's been in the gym, he's been grinding, he's been sparring, so he knows what he's capable of. I still pick Earl Spence to win it.
Man down.
And my final question is, do you foresee anything next right now?
Like I want to fight November, December. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that's the world title fight against who I don't know, but I'm pushing for Akhmadaliyah. He hasn't defended it yet. He won the belt like last December, November, December, something like that.
In a unification bout. It was here in LA.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to defend that boy. So like, what's up? I don't know who's in the cards to fight him next, but I hope I'm in the deck. So, yeah. Any
last words, Bobby? I appreciate you guys coming on, man. Thank you. This shit was fun. Please come back. And when you get your fight day, please come back. Come back. When you get your fight day, please come back. Please come back. Please come back.
We get a lot of last minute fight dates. You better be ready grinding right now.
Yeah. Feel free. Come back. Please come back. Give out your social medias and stuff too, please.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, well, yo, you can find me on Instagram at Raeese Aleem Boxing. That's at RAEESE Aleem ALEEM Boxing. That's my Instagram. You can find me there.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. My personal account is Bobby McElroy, and then my boxing. Oh, wrong side. My boxing account is Noble Art Training. So follow me on Noble Art Training on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Instagram and Facebook.
Gotcha. And we appreciate y'all coming in. Please
Thank
come
you.
back.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we'll be back. Thank you. Appreciate it.
all the time, dog. And
All
there
right.
you have it, man. There you have it. Future 122-pound champion, guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
God
y'all
willing.
all the time. God willing, nigga, do the work. Nigga, God. Do
Putting
the work.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
in that work.
Yeah, facts. Peace, y'all.
All right.
All right, well. Man, that was fun. I had a great time. So let me get him out of there. All right, let me get all around strong, man. What's up, Fred X in the building? What's up? Salute to Fred and the chat. Looking forward to a good fight. Much respect to Haney.